Hello, everyone. Joji here, product manager at Uscreen. Today, I'm going to go through the process of setting up an Apple developer account. In order to go through this process, I'm going to use my own internal account called Painterly Impressions. And as you can see, I like to paint. And sometimes I record what I paint, and I'm going to use Uscreen in order to sell those videos. This is what my storefront looks like. I have my catalog all set up and ready to go. And I also have a lot of the important information like my terms and conditions, contact info, privacy policy, okay? So as I set up my Apple developer account, I'm going to be looking at the help documentation here and going through the process. A few important notes: I do have my Apple ID with my two-factor authentication. I have an iPhone. I'm going to be setting up mine as an individual account. So it's just me and my paintings. And an important thing to note is that my name is going to appear next to the App Store listings. One of the most important points when setting up an individual Apple developer account is that I need to share the actual Apple ID login credentials with Uscreen. So this means the Apple ID email and password with Uscreen. The reason for this is that Uscreen needs to add their own secure phone number for two-factor authentication, and Uscreen for individual accounts, due to limitations in the Apple developer accounts, Uscreen needs access to your actual account in order to build the apps. Now, the important part is that the Apple ID that you use when setting up your individual account, this should be an email that you are comfortable sharing with Uscreen, probably specific to your store. For example, you'll see throughout this video that I'm using painterlyimpressions@gmail.com. That's the account I'll be sharing with Uscreen, and it is not my own personal Apple ID. It's one specific to my store. So let's see, this is all organizational info. Again, I'm doing this as an individual. Okay, so let's begin. Let's create a Apple developer account. And I also have the documentation on another screen here so I can talk and do it together. Okay, so this is the Apple developer screen. Come to an account, sign into Apple developer. Two-factor authentication. Great. Trust this browser. Excellent. Okay, Apple developer agreement. I agree. I'd like to receive communications. Sure. Submit. Okay, let's get started. Download tools, build your first app. Join the Apple Developer Program membership, and the program includes everything that you need to do all of these things in the App Store. Okay, let's join. Okay, so I'm brought here. Let's enroll in the Apple Developer Program. I am enrolling as an individual. Great. Two-factor is turned on. Great. Start my enrollment. Enroll with the new App Developer app. Now let's just continue on the web so that I can keep my video going. Okay, enter your legal name as shown on your government ID and address. Okay, I have all of my information entered and I will continue. I am an individual sole proprietor. Okay. Continue. I will read the agreement and accept. Continue. Apple Developer Program, my enrollment ID, my cost, the duration. Would I like to auto renew the membership? Sure. And purchase. I will sign in for fast checkout. I will use my card. I'm ready to make my purchase, my Apple Developer Program membership, $99 plus tax. I'm all set. There's my order number. Great. I'll return to Apple Developer. Sign out of this browser. Oh, okay. Okay, back in the Apple Developer area. Now, purchases may take up to 24 hours to process. Okay, I guess I'll come back later then. Hello, everyone. It is day 2 of setting up the Apple Developer account, and I received this email from Apple saying that I now have access to the App Store Connect. So yesterday at about 3 in the afternoon, I paid the $99, and then at 3 in the morning, so about 12 hours later, Apple approved me and it's now processed. Now, when I sign into the Apple developer account, I can see that the left side of the screen changed and I see much more information here. So I'm going to continue going through this Apple developer account setup for Painterly Impressions, my testing account. And remember that I am setting this up as an individual. Okay. So let's see, yesterday, as an individual, I enrolled in the program. I paid the $99. I selected that I was an individual. I was waiting for approval. Okay, and this process, Apple said, takes about 48 hours, but in my case, it took about 8 hours or just the next day. Okay, so now I'm signed in, and the documentation says that the second step is to give Uscreen access by adding the Uscreen app's name and account as an admin role. So I'll do that and then set up payment information. Now I'm going to see how far I can get. I might have to go off screen or blur things out in order to do this, but I am offering an app that is going to have in-app purchases. So it looks like I need to fill out my agreements and banking information. So let's come to the App Store Connect. Go to App Store Connect. Okay, I see my apps, app analytics, sales trends, payments, and financial. I'm going to do this second step, give Uscreen access. Okay, users all, I will add, and I will call this Uscreen apps, and this address, OTT apps at Uscreen, and we'll make this an admin so that they can do everything, and invite. Great. That looks like it's now sent, and that is giving Uscreen access to all apps as an admin. Okay, now I'm going to go through the agreements, tax, and banking information. All right, so when I select this, I can see that I am already active for the free apps, and for the paid apps, I need to view and agree to the terms. And it looks like I need to do that first before I enter in the banking information. I have to go do the agreements and the tax information that's here. Okay, so let's try to do the term. So make sure the legal entity address is entered and resubmit. Great. Okay, so it looks like now I see my paid applications agreement with my personal information. I can scroll through and agree. I will agree. Okay, pending user info. Now I can proceed to set up tax and banking information. Okay, so let's do that. Now, this is probably getting into a lot of personal information, so I'm gonna do this off camera, but it looks like I have to add a bank account here and give some tax forms. And then it looks like there are some terms that I'll be agreeing to. This is what the screen looks like when you add a new bank account. I'll scroll through this just so you can see the blank form. Again, I'm going to do this off camera because it's a lot of personal information. Okay, I just filled out my personal banking information, and you can see here now that it looks like it's going to take 24 hours to process. In the meantime, let's look at the tax forms. Select tax forms here. I'm in the United States, required for everyone to do business with Apple. Do I need to select any of these other options? Australia, Brazil, Mexico. So I am not based in any of these countries. I'm in the United States, so I'll press done. And now it looks like I'm being prompted to complete the UX tax forms. So I'll select that. And again, this looks like a W-9 and some personal information. So I'm going to complete this off camera and let you know how it goes. I set up my tax forms by completing the W-9. Now that that's done, again, I didn't show it on the screen because it was a lot of personal information. I can still see that my banking is processing, so I'm going to check back later. Just signed back into the Apple Connect website, and I can see now in my agreements, tax, and banking information that I am now active. And I can see now, it looks like my tax information was submitted. My banking information is there and the status is clear. I see my legal entity that says that I am clear. And of course, I don't have any invoices yet because I just set this up. So at this point, setting up the Apple developer account is complete, and Uscreen, the OTT team, has all of the information, and I will complete the content snare so that they can build the apps.